6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers,
Sheesh, on
Game
time.
Director on Path of Exile 2.
Let's go.
And welcome to GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal for what's coming next for Path of Exile 2. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream,
Yeah,
so
buddy.
you'll be able to claim your Verdant Wilds dodge roll effect by following the instructions below. Now today, it's finally time to show off a new class that we know everyone in the community's been waiting for.
Let's go,
So
Druids.
let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile 2,
Alright.
The Last of the Druids.
Let's go, stream.
Well, well. What have we got here then?
You lost, fella?
Hey, we're talking to you.
I asked you a question.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong with him?
Ah, he's lost his bloody mind.
Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, but they got the wolf though. Yo. Not just the druid, but he's got the wolf. No way. Look, it's not even just one. Yo, Steve. And a dragon? Sheesh. Yo, that looks insane, right?
I will find you, Eva.
That's what I'm talking about. 11 a.m. on the 12th.
Now, as you can see, the Druid is a shape-shifting elemental spellcaster. After his fellow Druids were destroyed by the King in the Mists, the Druid lost his humanity in the forests of Ogham, where he wandered for years as a beast.
No way.
Now, finally reawakened, he's determined to find his lost wife and regain his humanity. The Druid has been one of the hardest classes for us to design. As well as having human
For
spells,
reals, dude, that was
he has
amazing.
3 animal forms, and we wanted to make sure that there were interesting combos between all of them. The Druid is our first hybrid
don't worry
strength
for
and
bills,
intelligence
dude. I
class.
told you day one.
That
I
means he
told
needs
you
to have
day
the
one I
ability
got
to
you.
use spells and attacks. As a human, the Druid typically uses magical staves to harness the powers of the earth and the natural world.
Yeah,
One
elemental
of the
style.
first skills you will learn is the ability to create small volcanoes from the earth. This skill spits out balls of magma at your enemies.
This is the one I was
Continue to
talking
do
about,
so
the
for some
fire one.
time. While the volcano is active, turn into an animal and wade into melee range. Many of the skills you use as a human last for a significant period of time, giving you a good chance to turn into an animal and rage out.
Let's go.
But how do you turn into an animal, you may ask? Well, the answer is a new weapon type that Druids use, animal talismans.
Ooh.
When you equip an
New
animal
weapon
talisman,
type?
you can choose which animal form you would like the talisman to represent. Depending on what you choose, you'll be given that animal's basic attack as a new skill to equip.
Let's
For
go.
a bear, that's maul. To turn into a bear, simply use the skill. Your character will instantly transform into a bear and attack. If you want to change back to a human, just cast a spell. You will instantly swap back and cast it.
That's godlike.
We
Just
wanted
so
to make
insta
sure that swapping
swapping.
between forms
Yeah.
was seamless and immediate.
Exactly. So it's just
Changing
like weapon
forms should
swap.
be something that you do without even thinking about it all the time in battle.
Makes
In order
sense.
to allow for hybrid melee and caster gameplay, most of the skills you use in your human form last for some time and aid your animal skills in some way.
So yeah, so you can just do a setup. You set up with the human, the volcano, turn into the bear.
Balls whenever you hit it with a slam, making it perfect for use with your bear form's furious slam.
That's what I'm talking about. This is all me. This is all me.
Many of your abilities use rage. There are a lot of ways to generate rage, but the easiest one is simply smash your enemies with maul. Once you see the runes on your back glowing, it means you have enough rage to do a much more devastating version of your furious slam.
That's that slam power right there.
Your bear form can also go on a rampage, stomping the ground as you demolish your foes.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that wolf though, the wolf version looks crazy, yeah? So I can't wait to make crazy wolf build.
The longer the rampage lasts, and doing it over a volcano makes it even better. As you consume rage, your bear form will generate endurance charges, and these can be used with skills like Ferocious Roar. Ferocious Roar is a war cry that empowers your subsequent attacks to break your opponent's armor. The more endurance charges you have when you use it, the more empowered attacks you will gain. But Ferocious Roar has another special feature too. It's a meta gem that allows you to socket any
it was a dragon.
Another class into it, giving you the ability to use these skills as a bear.
They showed it at the start. Remember there was like a dragon, it flies into the sky. Or a wyvern, like a hybrid sort of dragon. It looks dope, man. It looks super dope.
Or use Seismic Cry to stun your enemies and double up the number of slams you do.
They're going in depth though. They're going really in depth, dude. Really, really in depth with this.
You can even use it with Ancestral Call, a skill that turns you into the fire god Cow.
Exactly.
God of War would look like if he was a bear, but wait no longer. Finally, build up enough rage and you use one of the bear's ultimate abilities, Walking Calamity. This skill summons a storm of fire around you for some time,
Yo!
generating even more rage to power your other abilities.
Let's go!
Bear Apocalypse. Now the bear is known for being a slower.
If you add that with a Calamity chest piece, you can get Herald of Fire, or you can get Herald of Explosions. Yeah, dude, there's a specific chest piece you can use with that.
Wolf form.
Here we go.
For the wolf form, we want it to go fast and furious. Even just the wolf's basic attack will leap forward and rake his foes. After attacking, the wolf stands up on two legs, but after running for a short time, he goes back on all fours, allowing to move more quickly between packs of enemies. The wolf has a lot of cold attacks based on his association with the moon, and the first of these is Lunar Assault. It's great for freezing your enemies in place. After they're frozen, use your basic rake attack to knock shards of ice off your enemies, which land on the ground nearby and explode. If you want to get into battle quickly, you can use your Pounce attack. This skill leaps at a target and applies a mark to them. Killing the marked enemy will summon a wolfman into your side, allowing them to fight with you. Mark and kill as many enemies as you can to build up a sizable pack. While an enemy is marked, your wolves will prioritize that target and do more damage the more wolves you have. So make sure you keep your pack strong. Now, one problem you might run into is your wolf pack dying in boss fights. You often don't have any enemies that you can mark and kill in order to regenerate your pack. To deal with this problem, you can use Cross Slash. Cross Slash jumps backwards and does a vicious double slash. Any marks on your target explode.
That is dope. That is dope.
This allows you to pounce to mark an enemy and then summon a wolf even without killing him. Cross Slash also has another feature though. Remember those ice fragments from before?
This Cross Slash is godlike.
Will repel any ice shards on the ground towards its central target. First, freeze your enemies with Lunar Assault. Then rake them to create as many ice fragments as you can. Then follow up with Cross Slash to generate a field of icy explosions to obliterate your enemies. If they're still alive after that, your pack of wolves can finish them off.
Yeah, buddy, I'm telling you, man. And like, think about it. You got the bear form,
Just
this
like
form, you got the wyvern form as well.
It allows you to use skills from other classes. Pounce is also a meta gem that you can socket mark skills from other classes into. So for example, you might want to try adding Freezing Mark from the monk to Pounce. After pouncing at an enemy, Cross Slash to explode the mark and gain extra cold damage for a
That Cross Slash, if you can scale that, big damage.
There's many other ways to go all in on cold though. Using the Arctic Howl Warcry will allow you to add cold damage and chilled ground to any slam, while buffing your pack of wolves.
Yeah, that's going to be like a hollow palm attack,
you can also use
basically.
it to freeze enemies that are close to being frozen, making it much faster to use your other combos.
Like Falling Thunder,
Finally,
the big
wolf
hit at
also
the
has
end.
the ability to call down the power of the moon to transform into an Arctic werewolf with a lunar blessing.
Yo!
In this form, you move and attack more quickly and deal extra cold damage.
Let's go.
Consuming Rage will extend the duration of your Arctic wolf form, so you could try a hybrid bear and wolf build if you want to utilize the skill to its full effect.
Yeah, that's godlike. That's godlike.
Alright, let's
This
talk
is
about the
insane,
third
right,
form
guys?
available to the Druid, and I think it's a cool one. The Wyvern.
There we go, boys. I
Wyvern has
said
a
the
number of
wyvern. Let's
long-range
get it.
breath abilities.
This is the one
That doesn't
Jenga I
mean
was
you can't
talking
get into
about.
melee range when you want to. The basic attack of the Wyvern is Rend. Jump forward into combat and slash your enemies with your lethal talons.
Blood
If they're
damage,
close to
bleed
being
damage
stunned,
maybe.
you can blow them off balance with a blast from your wings, causing an explosion of damage.
That's
After the battle,
dope.
though, it's time to feed. Devour the corpses of monsters to create power charges, and this is when the Wyvern's abilities really come online. When using Rend, you can consume a power charge to charge up your wings with lightning. Not only does this do a bunch of damage, but it allows you to turn this melee skill into a much larger AoE attack. Once your wings are charged, your wing blast will also do lightning explosions for even more damage.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
If your
about.
enemies are close to death, no need to wait for them to actually die. When you see this blue marker, just devour them alive. Fresh meat is much tastier after all. Alright, so those are some melee options, but how about range? Well, you wouldn't be much of a dragon if you couldn't breathe fire after all.
There we go.
Rolling magma
He
is the
dropped the
first
dragon
of the Wyvern's
reference.
breath attacks. Spit balls of fire that bounce along the ground. These
Yo!
balls will trigger volcanoes as well, so it's a good idea to
You know how
cast it
strong
right
this
before
looks
you start
already?
spinning. But that's not all you can spit.
godlike.
You have something a little nastier in that gullet of yours. Spitting a barrage of oil at your enemies will cover them in a viscous sludge that makes them easier to ignite.
This looks insane, man.
If you have power charges though, plant your wings in the ground and vomit a barrage of lightning-infused projectiles. The more power
Yo.
charges you have, the longer you can do this for. But make sure you keep your foes at range. You're vulnerable to melee attacks or channeling
This is
with skill.
insane, boys. I mean, I said we're
Let's take
doing
a quick
Druid, we're
diversion
doing
back to
Druid
some of
day
your
one,
human
so
abilities.
you're
As a
gonna have
druid
so many
skills,
options.
You have the ability
So
to
many
harness
options.
the power of nature to create entangling vines to slow down your enemies.
wow.
Another of nature's punishments is the thunderstorm. Creating one of these will create periodic strikes of lightning from the sky, and will also make your enemies wet. Why is that useful? Well, of course, things that are wet are easier to shock.
Yep,
Use it
lightning
with lightning
damage.
damage from your wyvern form to enhance your damage. Making things wet
This
also makes
wyvern
them
looks
easier
so
to freeze,
strong,
it works
like
nicely
the
with your war
potential.
form as well.
You got
And you know
close
what else likes
range,
water?
AoE, you got
Plants.
range and mega damage.
Water your plants to give them various extra abilities. Use Lightning Storm with Entangle to make them last longer, and attach more vines to each enemy, slowing them further. Summon Thrashing Vines to slam at your enemies for a time. Any that are created in water will be larger and deal more damage.
These vines are
Now,
awesome
with
as
our
well.
enemies sufficiently subdued with our plants, time to really lay into them with our lightning-infused barrage.
I definitely could do some tech with those vines.
This last Wyvern ability
Those
is
vines
just
look really
ridiculous,
strong.
but we felt like we had to do it.
Be good for AoE again
Use
as well.
Flame Breath to take to the skies and rain down a stream of fire on your enemies.
Here we go, here we go.
So we have to take full advantage of them after all. So fly around and burn it.
I'm calling it now. If you add this with a Calamity chest piece, it will cover all the different elements you're going to need as well. This with Calamity chest piece is going to be
But
insane.
there's one in particular that I think will open up a lot of builds. Spell Totems. Spell Totems
Ooh.
are metagems that let you create a totem that will automatically cast any spell in the game for a time. In order to create one, you will need to spend 3 endurance or 3 power charges.
Spell
You could use
totems.
them to throw fireballs, summon comets, or shower the area in lightning. Really, the options are
Absolutely,
kind of
dude.
endless. Your bear form can easily generate endurance charges by consuming rage, and your wyvern form can easily create power charges by eating corpses. So it's pretty
Yo.
easy for the druid to get the charges needed.
This is going to be
Also
dope,
available
man.
from quite a few other places
Trust
as well.
me.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of different spellcaster classes thinking about how best to take advantage of these. Now, of course, along with a new class comes a bunch of new support gems. We've added over 30
we
new
go.
supports throughout the game, but I'll show you a few of the cooler ones here.
Let's go, stream.
Fan the Flames can be added to any wind skill to spread fire from one ignited enemy to the other enemies behind them. It's great for the Wyvern's Wing Blast. But you can also use it on many other classes with wind skills, like the Twisters on the Huntress, or the Monk's Staggering Palm.
Here we go. This is all me.
Accelerated growth causes extra explosive plants to erupt from the ground whenever you grow plants with rain.
Yo, this druid's going to be
Advancing
godlike,
Storm
man.
changes storm skills like your Thunderstorm or Tornado to move across the battlefield. It's great for watering plants en masse, or to turn tornadoes into a real disaster by sucking up multiple ground effects as they travel along.
Yeah, we can do a hurricane build as well, really,
The
for
sorcerers
range
might
too.
like to use it with Firestorm as well.
Firestorm's good overall. Quick hits also.
Echoing Cry causes your Warcry skills to echo. They will repeat a couple more times with a delay after you use them.
That will
giving
be
you more
like a
attacks.
earthquake skill
Use
from
it
like
for the
last
druid's
epoch
animal
style.
form war cries, or on the warrior for a nice power boost. Grounding shocks causes monsters you shock to turn into living Tesla coils, arcing lightning to nearby enemies. You could use it with your
No way.
empowered wings for an extra damage boost, but it's also great with any other shocking skill. Try it out with Lightning Spear. It obviously needed more AoE clear. There's a whole
go.
pile more, but we'll leave those for you to discover.
Yo, Tangle Tongue is back.
Now with a new class comes new Ascendancy classes. The Druid will have 2 options for now, with a third being released later.
No
The
way.
first class is the Shaman. The Shaman channels nature's elemental fury and can harness rage as a spellcaster, unifying his animalistic and magical tendencies. By allocating Druidic Champion, you gain spell damage the angrier you are, and with Furious Wellspring, you generate rage continuously and can spend it to empower your spells.
That's insane. Let's
With the
go.
knowledge of the Asmerian Magi, the Shaman can harness untapped power from
Shaman looks
runes and
insane,
idols.
dude. I'm
After
telling you,
allocating
man.
Wisdom of the Magi, you will notice that all runes and idols have extra mods only available to the Shaman. These new mods unlock countless new possibilities for enhancing your build.
So the
You
runes
also
get
have
enhanced?
Bringer of the Apocalypse, allowing you to become a walking natural disaster. After dealing enough elemental damage, storms of all elements rain around you, destroying all who would face nature's fury. There are
Shaman's
other
insane.
Shaman, but I'll just show a few from each class for now. The other Druid Ascendancy is the Oracle.
Let's have a
The
look at
Oracle
this.
perfected the power of foresight and utilizes this in combat to gain massive advantage. When taking Fateful Vision, you will see visions of your future self using specific skills. If
Okay.
you decide to follow this path by using the skill yourself, it will do significantly more damage.
Okay. So you can bring out a
With
clone.
converging paths, at a critical moment in battle when a monster is vulnerable to freeze, stun, or electrocution, the Oracle can use Moment of Vulnerability to see a vision of the enemy's future and then merge it with the current timeline, allowing him to deal damage to both.
That's really
And one of my
crazy.
favorites, when you first become an Oracle, you'll notice over 130 new extra passives appear in the Druid section of the tree.
Oh
By
my
allocating
days.
the Unseen Path, you use your power of foresight to learn from alternate futures and gain skills that would otherwise be unavailable to you. For example, self-sacrificing allows you to be able to summon more minions by reducing their spirit costs,
Oh,
with
this.
the trade-off of making your reservation skills cost more spirit. Or Corruption Endures, which allows
Oracle's
oracles to have a
insane,
small
man.
chance to avoid death. Both the Druid Ascendancies offer interesting and unique ways to gain modifiers that no other class can give.
That Oracle
So
is
expect to get a
totally
huge
different,
variety of
like
build
totally
possibilities from
different.
these. Now there are unique talismans for the Druid to use as well. I won't spoil all of them, but this one was particularly cool. Fury of the King turns your bear form into a fire demon, converting most of your damage to fire.
Yo!
As a demon, you can also use Molten Crash, a jumping slam attack that leaves fissures around you. This unique also continuously grants glory, allowing you to use your ultimate abilities more easily. Now, of course, the Druid isn't the only thing we're adding to 040. We still have a bunch more to show.
No
With every new
way.
release, we create a new league with new mechanics.
This is
new
crazy.
bosses,
They're killing
and with a
it.
new
They're
story to
killing it,
tell.
man.
And this time is no exception. So
This
let's roll
is-
the
I'm
trailer
telling you,
for
they're
the fate of
killing
the
it.
Vaal.
Alright, wait for it, boys. Wait for it.
Of Queen Anziri,
That's insane. That is insane. We eating good, man. We got so much content to cover.
machines still churn.
Sheesh.
The temple has many functions, and with it, a chance to save the Vaal. A gateway through time.
Hella hype, man. Hella hype, people.
Travel into the past again and again. Alter the temple. Uncover its secrets. You'll be rewarded for your sacrifice.
Right, so what do we get?
And somewhere in the deepest chamber, my queen awaits.
I beg of you, hear me. The beast cannot give you what you desire.
You may have studied it, Doriani. but you do not know it like I do. It adores me. Come now, give unto me your desire.
They're dropping. They've been watching the stream, so they're trying to drop the cakes in their dev stream now as well. Yo, the thing is, there's a third class coming for Druid as well. The third one, like Abyssal Lich.
I'm
So,
Mark Roberts,
that's
game
crazy.
director on Path of Exile.
That's crazy, people.
In the fate of the
Season starts on the 12th of
remnants
December
the ancient Vaal civilization, scattered throughout Rayclass.
at 11 AM.
They seem to attract nearby creatures and affect them strangely. After killing them, the remnant appears to gain some amount of power, but not enough to fully activate it. It seems you will need to find 5 more of these arcane devices, and sacrifice the monsters you find there to fully activate one.
So it's like a Abyssal, sort of like Abyssal,
These
but
devices are
different
old,
ones.
and sometimes infected by corruption. Twisted versions of ancient Vaal may emerge, and sometimes even stronger foes. On fully activating one of the devices, you finally discover its true purpose. A portal opens and takes you deep underground to a lost temple, once the home of Exile, Queen of the Vaal.
There we go.
What treasures could still be inside? I think you're gonna want to find out. In front of the entrance is a console of some kind, and on activating it, you can see a map of the temple. Adzeri's personal chambers are on the far side, but how could anyone get there? There are disconnected rooms, and the layout doesn't seem to make sense. And that's when you realize the purpose of the ancient devices scattered through Rayclass. The temple is powered by sacrifice, and this energy can be used to modify the very structure of the temple itself. Each time you run the temple, you will be given 6 rooms that you can place, allowing you to craft your own dungeon to explore. Place paths to link up the dungeon, and place rooms beside them full of precious loot.
That's godlike.
After you are happy with your choices, open the temple.
So you set
and
up your own
discover
sort of
the
like
results of
gauntlet
your
run,
efforts.
basically.
Each room contains different challenges along with its rewards. On entering a room, the doors will slam shut behind you, and you will need to face the encounter within. But choose wisely. It's important where you place the rooms to get maximum returns. For example, when placing a commander, you could just place it anywhere along an existing path, but a much better strategy is to place it next to a garrison of troops for him to command.
Yeah, so you link in sort of
With better leadership, the
items
garrison will
for
level
better
up,
drops.
making the monsters harder, but also more rewarding.
Yeah.
Different rooms have different requirements for leveling up. For example, if you want to fully level up a smithy, you will need to supply it with golems from an adjacent golem works, and hook up a generator to the power network to supply it with power. After doing so, the golems will be powered up, making them much more dangerous. You don't need to memorize what interacts with what. When selecting a room, you will be shown the locations that will make other rooms level up, and exactly what effect it will have on the temple. After running the temple, a few of the rooms will destabilize and be removed. It will be up to you to rebuild the temple, adding 6 more rooms each time you come back, making the temple larger and larger and larger. So, that's the basic functionality of the
Let's
temple.
go!
But there is a lot more.
Thank you so much for the gifted
Once
sub, dude.
Doriani finds out about your travels to Laraval, he will attempt to persuade you to take on a new mission. The
Thank
temple
you,
entrance contains a
Mr.
prototype of the time
Drenga.
portal
We
device.
appreciate
It will
you.
be able to take
Well,
you
yeah, it's
back
very
in
kind
time,
of you, dude. Thank you
but
so much for
only
the
to
gifted
one
sub.
specific point. Right before Adzeri triggered the cataclysm that destroyed the Vaal.
First
He
sub of the
requests that
day.
you go
Top
back
shutter of
and
the
attempt
day.
To stop Adzeri to prevent the Vaal from ever being destroyed.
Okay.
Adzeri is on the far side of the temple. So you will
If
need
you
to
want to
expand
join the
temple
Discord as well, just let me know. I
significantly
can invite you to the
and
Discord
even
too.
worse, her chambers
Diet
can
Carrot.
only be unlocked by a room that isn't currently accessible to you. In order to deal with that, you are going to need to visit the Architect of the Temple. To get to him, you will need to place path runes, but while doing so, you will probably want to exploit some of the Vaal technology only available in the past. Once you can travel into the past, a whole new set of rooms are available to you, and they have some pretty insane rewards. At level 1, the Corruption Chamber can be used to corrupt a single item.
Okay.
But placing it next to a Thaumaturge to run the place, and a Sacrificial Chamber to provide soul energy, you'll be able to level it up. And it's worth it. Because once you get the room to level 3, there are some very nice rewards to be had. In a level 3 Corruption Chamber, you will find this mysterious device. It has a slot to place an item, and it only accepts items that are already corrupted. What will happen to them?
Alright, dude,
Well,
I'll get you in the Discord
normally
after
once
this.
an item is corrupted, you can't modify it any further. But this device allows you to corrupt your item a second time, adding another enchantment.
Double corruption?
This has the capability to craft some very powerful items indeed.
Yo!
The Vaal are all about taking risks in the pursuit of power.
Double corruption!
There is a 50% chance that the item will be destroyed.
Yo, stream! You can double corrupt items now? That's crazy.
Each room has its own interesting mechanics and rewards when it levels up. Many of them contain bosses to fight, special drops, and in many cases, new crafting opportunities.
What's this?
For example, a level 3 alchemy lab has a nasty Vaal construct to fight, but if you can defeat it, you can find new corrupted soul cores.
No way.
Like Guatalitzi's Thesis, which on boots allows you to sacrifice your life to run faster. Or Sita Qualottl's Thesis, which on gloves will revive one of your minions whenever an offering expires.
Sheesh.
Get a Sacrificial Chamber to level 3, and you will need to face a Highborn Priest of Sacrifice. Defeat him to be able to further corrupt a Vaal unique, modifying it in unpredictable ways.
Okay.
One of the mods of this unique will be removed and replaced with another random mod.
Dude.
For example, this Soul Mantle
This is
gives you
crazy.
an additional totem, but lowers your totem's life and curses you when they die. By using the machine, this could result in a terrible item if you remove the good mod, but also some amazing items if you replace the downside.
This is
Now,
a game
one
changer.
extra thing to mention about these Vaal
All the
crafting
uniques could be
machines.
bonkers now.
You don't have to take the items you want to craft into the temple. If you don't have the item you want to craft with you at the time, then clicking this button will allow you to create a currency item instead, allowing you to do the craft later or trade it if you want.
This is
Now there
insane.
are all sorts of
This is
interesting rooms you
insane.
can find in the temple, but the last one I want to show you today is the
You
Flesh
look,
Surgeon.
we're 100 for it to break.
A Vaal Flesh Surgeon.
Well, you never know,
leveled
only
up
one way to
by
find
placing
out,
him
dude.
next to a high-level synth flesh lab.
We're gonna be doing a lot of gambling on stream with it. Wow. Yo, this
But be
update though,
careful.
guys. This update
Flesh
is
Surgeon has
insane.
some rather
Insane.
unpleasant experiments in his personal lab. Afterwards, you might notice the surgery table just sitting there. The Vaal are great at crafting items. Why not do some crafting on yourself? After laying down, you'll be asked which limb you'd like to replace. Left arm, perhaps your right leg. Each limb can get a different set of random bonuses,
What?
so choose wisely. After getting up from the table, try out your new limb. It seems to work fine, and even perform better than your normal one.
What
Now,
is this?
there is just one thing with replacing body parts. If you die and are resurrected, your body will return to its natural state.
Oh, look at
You
this.
might need to return to the Vaal Surgeons if you want another robot arm, and maybe get a better one next time.
So if you die, you lose it. So for hardcore players,
Some
obviously
rooms
it's
like
better.
the Commander can give you a new type of reward. Medallions that can be used to manipulate the temple in other ways.
Using
Using a Quiba Lartl's medallion will allow you to artificially boost a room, even if it doesn't meet the normal requirements to level up. And a Huatalotli's medallion will stop rooms from destabilizing when you complete a temple, allowing you to guarantee getting a reward a second time. Great if you want to stock up on double corrupts.
This is
Now,
insane.
with all that aside, time to face the Architect, and you will be
New-
in for a fight.
New bosses, boys.
Once defeated, you will find another console that can be used to modify the temple. But this one is special. It allows you to place new types of rooms with specific rewards. There are rooms with specific uniques, special runes, and currency. But also a few other, more niche crafting experiments. Like this one, that can extract the soccer balls back out of an item, at the cost of destroying it. Now, something really
That's
important
crazy.
is every league we release a significant amount of content for the in-game. In order to make sure that the Fate of the Veil works well
There
for
we
late
go.
game players, we've added many mechanics to make sure that you can scale the difficulty and rewards to match. Getting some rooms to level 3 adds extra mods to the entire dungeon, and these stack with each other. So in endgame, when you can get some really big temples, you can generate a challenge that can even match the strongest of characters. We also start to introduce ways to store up energy for the temple, allowing you to save up many runs so you can do them later at your leisure, and not interrupt your mapping too often.
That's godlike.
Now in each league, it's
That
important
is
that you have a
godlike.
new pinnacle boss to test your character's
There
mind.
we go, boys. Pinnacle
In the
boss.
Fate of the Veil, you will get to face Exile while she was at the peak of her power. One of the rewards you will gain by defeating the Architect is the ability to place the Royal Access Chamber. Once connected to your temple, you can visit it to finally reach the Queen of the Veil herself. This fight takes place at a critical moment in history, right as Azeri communes with the beast's power
It's
and
just-
takes her true corrupted form.
It's just getting better and better, boys.
Now,
This is
we're not
crazy.
going to show you the whole fight, but we will tempt you with one of the rewards.
Yeah, show the rewards.
This is Azeri's rule. This staff gives additional levels to all of your corrupted gems and lets you trade life for extra damage. But in addition to that, while using the staff, mirrors of refraction will constantly appear on the battlefield. Any projectile you fire at these will split into a nova, and they can chain from one to the other. So, that's the Fate of the Veil.
So that's a chase item, basically.
But we are also bringing the previous league, Rise of the Abyssal, into the core game,
Here we go.
along with a few changes. Now, for those of you who haven't seen what happens when a league is over, it's important to understand that you will not be seeing abysses in every area anymore.
Yep.
Rise
I
of the
did say this
Abyssal is
earlier.
now one of the league mechanics that can show up randomly in endgame.
That is godlike.
If you want to specialize in running abysses, there is now a tablet that will allow you to add them to any map you run. You can also
No
craft the
way.
tablet to add abyss-specific mods to enhance how they function.
This is... They kill this.
Now
This
that
patch
Abyss
update is
core,
insane.
It also needs its own Atlas tree.
Oh my days. Atlas
Gain
tree
your
as well.
first points by completing an abyss. But there are more available for doing depths and killing certain bosses. And there are a bunch of different options. You might just want more monsters and bosses. But you can also make finishing an abyss have a chance to overrun a nearby map with the abyssal. Or
This is-
make your waystone
For
modifiers
reals?
also apply to abyssal
They're just killing it,
depths.
dude. Like they're just, this patch is
You could
insane.
specialize in the interaction with
Patch
other
is
leagues,
insane.
or specialize in a specific abyssal faction. One of the important elements that we have heard loud and clear is that needing to do abyss crafting on waystones is quite annoying. So, we have removed that. In fact, we have removed instilling from waystones as well.
What?
This mechanic felt mandatory on maps because it boosted the value of all other content, but it was both annoying to do and resulted in a lot of visual clutter.
So what do you got for us? What do you got for us?
Instead, we are bringing back some of that power on tablets, which you don't need to craft nearly as often, since they last for 10 maps each.
Okay, that's good.
Once you defeat the Arbiter of Ash, you will be able to upgrade tablets to a rare with 4 mods using regular currency.
Okay.
Even this isn't enough to fully bring back the power you could have gotten from instilling. So we have also buffed the bonuses that tablets give.
Yeah, what you got?
Going forward, we're not going to be adding any more crafting directly to Waystones outside of the basic currency, because it adds too much micromanagement. But on that note, Fate of the Veil does bring the ability to corrupt your tablets, hoping to get one of many different random outcomes.
Okay.
Now, with regard to Delirium Fog, even though you shouldn't have to have it on every map anymore, we still did want to make it less visually annoying. Delirium Fog has been toned down significantly.
That's way
so
better.
You won't feel like you're just playing in a sea of grey.
Yeah, because it's like black and white with all that delirium
Another big
when you're
source of
blasting.
problems in the endgame is the feeling of getting overwhelmed with monsters. In 031, we reduced the number of monsters in early endgame in order to help with this, but still scaled up the number of monsters to previous levels by the time you got to tier 15.
That makes sense.
Well, after letting this simmer for a while, we are still getting this kind of feedback. So we are no longer going to scale up the number of monsters you go as you get deeper into the endgame. Instead, we are scaling up the difficulty and rewards by the same amount.
That makes
To
sense.
be clear,
That makes way more
instead
sense.
of increasing the number of monsters by 40%, they will instead drop 40% more items, grant 40% more experience, and have 40% more life. In addition to all the normal scaling they get due to
That
being
is
higher
insane.
level. This only applies to regular monsters, not bosses. We have also reduced the speed modifiers that monsters can get sometimes, which also helps a lot with this.
This
Now,
patch is a win.
We did have a large amount of content for in-game planned for 040, but unfortunately we just didn't get time to finish it. The scope was a bit too large, and so we'll need to wait until 050 for that. But rest assured, there will be a ton of upgrades for the existing leagues.
Nah, you
as well as
don't.
new
You
pinnacle
don't.
bosses,
There's so much
and a
content already. They don't need to
significant
rush
overhaul
it.
the Atlas passive tree coming soon.
They don't need to
Now,
rush
another
anymore.
problem that becomes a much bigger issue in the endgame is game performance. And we have done a lot
Here we
of
go,
work.
boys.
The primary
The
issue
real
is
endgame.
CPU load. And to address that, a lot of things have been optimized. And we have done a lot of work to take advantage of more of your CPU cores. You should see frame rates of at least 25% higher, and a lot less bad frame spikes during gameplay. It does make quite a big difference, especially on consoles. A lot more work in this area is ongoing, and you will continue to see performance improvements over the next few months. Of course, another important area is game balance, and we have made a lot of changes. Now, most of these we will save for the patch notes, but I'll do a quick summary of some of the numbers.
This is crazy,
As
guys,
well as
man. They're
adding
killing
11
it.
new unique items, we have rebalanced dozens of others that are not currently used very often.
Here we go.
We've also done a pass over lineage supports. 21 of them have been rebalanced, as well as adding 9 more. Alongside the 2 new Druid ascendancies, we have made balance changes to almost all the others, with some of them getting a grander rebalance,
Let's
such as
go.
the Smith of Katava.
Here we go.
Alongside the 20 plus
I'm going to make a Smith build this
also
season as well.
rebalanced 90 other active skills.
We're doing
across
Druid,
all the
obviously,
different
day
classes.
one, which we said we are going to do already.
to
And we're
top it
definitely
all
doing a
off,
Smithy build this
There are also
season.
over 250 new passive skills added to the passive tree.
Friggin' hell.
These changes should go a long way to increase the viability of many more skills, uniques, and overall build variety that can tackle our most challenging content. Next up, we're going to be
They're
talking
killing it,
about
man.
new
This
supporter
patch is
packs.
insane.
Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Precursor and Kalgurin packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Precursor series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Whoa,
First up,
that Molten one
the
looks
marble
insane.
statue character effect. Once you finally stay still for a moment, a podium rises up out of the ground to immortalize you, turning your skin to marble.
This is insane.
When you next move, the stone crumbles around you. The precursors had mastery
I'm
over
not
gravity
interested.
manipulation. So too can you, now with the Gravity Well portal. Witness the power of its pull as you approach it. Draw in enemies with your own gravitational pull with the Awakened Precursor armor set.
Yeah, and don't forget you've got that
Precursors
other
designed and built many mysterious ancient beings.
that other variation
This
of
one
the
used to serve as a
shaman,
scout.
druid. He has another 100 nodes separately as well.
Why salvage gear yourself when the Master of the Forge can do it for you? Molten gold spills out as the Forge Master breaks down your items.
That's insane.
The Relic of the Precursor's map device is a mysterious machine that sits atop ancient colossal statues. It keeps track of the number of charges consumed on your Precursor tablets used in the device. The Kalguran Pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. The Kalgurans had astounding skill in astronomy, being able to track cosmic events with absolute precision. Harnessing that skill, with the Astronomer's Level Up effect equipped, you too can now see exactly how long it took you to level up as it outputs the time in chat. The time taken to reach your last 3 levels is also displayed on the item, so you can link it when you have a time you're proud of. Crush unique enemies by unleashing the wrath of the lost Kalguran fleet.
That's
led
dope.
formerly by
That
Captain
finish is
Hartman
amazing.
himself. A Kalguran seafarer needs armor fit for the treacherous seas of Rayclast. This set has you covered with the classic tricorn and, of course, a peg leg.
The peg
The
leg is
Lost
a...
Treasure weapon skins
That's
top off your
crazy.
appearance of a true
That's
raider of the
crazy.
seas. These gilded weapons can be applied to wands, two-hand maces, and shields. After a long day of plundering loot, retreat to the Kraken's Cove hideout, a home of some of the most deadly, ocean-dwelling creatures in Rayclast. Many ships have met their demise here.
Some crazy sport
What better
packs,
to
man. The
accompany
first
you
one
in
was insane,
Kraken's
man.
Cove than a Kraken itself? Replace your stash with a dormant Kraken, waiting for its prey.
Yeah, this
As
Kraken
you
one's
approach,
phenomenal.
It will awaken and terrify both you and any guests in your hideout. Alongside this, an
That
extra
Kraken's
stash skin
phenomenal.
item will be granted to you, and when placed, will automatically open to any stash tab set with the currency affinity, to help having to navigate through your tabs. Additionally, any microtransactions from the supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1.
Yeah, there's so many options to choose from as well.
Thank
They
you
all
very much
look
for
amazing.
all your ongoing support. We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, at 11 AM NZ time, we'll post the patch notes. With
Oh,
release at the
boys.
end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information.
2 hours, 15 minutes from now, patch
Keep
notes.
an eye on the news.
That's
Thanks for
crazy.
joining us today.